Pecharunt has to be Pokemon's favorite mythical Pokemon because god dang bro, there has never been a single mythical Pokemon since Arceus to get this much love. Today, Pokemon dropped 2 different videos on Pecharunt, one of which is a whole backstory of the Pokemon. What should have been in the base game, or the game, you know, the epilogue, is a YouTube video. Now I have to say before we continue, I am not, it's so hard to explain. Like, I am upset but not upset, right? It is cool how much treatment and love Pecharunt is getting, because this is what a mythical Pokemon should be like. We should have backstory. We should have like an epilogue mission or something. Prior to Pecharunt, really with Zarude, Zeraora, Marshadow, maybe even Hoopa Dancing, all of them, right? There wasn't much information, there wasn't much there, but with Pecharunt, we're getting that stuff, but not in the games. It's coming from elsewhere, which is the annoying part. So I don't know what to feel. It's like Pokemon and Game Freak do one thing right but one thing wrong. It's so hard to, I don't know, it's so hard to say. But at the very least, I am glad they're doing something. I just wish this was in the actual game, because this is what people were looking for. This would have been cool. Now, granted, this video, this backstory video, is largely just the story of Momotaro. Pecharunt, as we all know, is the Momotaro Pokemon, and it is pretty much a similar backstory, but there are some big differences. For instance, in the story of Momotaro, the grandparents of the old couple who were longing for a child don't actually have one. They go out, you know, the grandmother goes out to wash some clothes and she finds a big peach, and she brings it home to her husband and it's like, hey, look what I found. They try to eat it, but it turns out to be a child in there. But here in this story, the grandparents understand they don't have a child and they take care of Pokemon instead, and the Pokemon is Pecharunt. So that's a cool little twist. And when Momotaro grows up, when he goes on an adventure, he takes his grandmother's dumplings to recruit other animals and other companions. In this, Pecharunt is just like, he's a timid little guy, he's lonely, he's so happy that these two elderly folk have adopted him, and they're like, hey, I'll give you some of my mochi, because you're so nice to me, I'll give you some of my mochi. It's kind of sweet. It's kind of like, damn, bro, you're just a baby Pokemon. Oh, man. But anyways, he gives them the mochi and they turn out to be greedy people, because apparently the mochi brings out people's greed, which I want to touch upon this because this one doesn't make sense, kind of, sort of, maybe. But yeah, supposedly the mochi that Pecharunt produces brings out the greed in other people in Pokemon. Anyways, their greed came out and they kept asking Pecharunt for the smallest things and the biggest things and everything, you know, in between. And Pecharunt decided to do it because it's like, hey, if I do it for them, they'll love me even more. That's a harsh lesson to be learned, kiddo. That's not how life works, unfortunately. But yeah, it apparently went out to get every single gift. And if you look closely, you can see that by this point, Pecharunt already has Okidoki as a companion. It's already got him under the control, and Okidoki fetches gifts for the grandparents or the elderly couple, and one of the gifts are the mythical Pecha Berry, which probably this is the reason why when we get the Pecha Berry, the mythical Pecha Berry, we're able to activate the quest, because Pecharunt is probably reminded of the older couple when, you know, coming into the presence of this Pecha Berry. That's my take on things, but you can see the mythical Pecha Berry there in this cutscene, which is cool to note. Then comes the crazy plot twist that it's not Pecharunt who's evil, it's the grandparents. Well, not really, because they're under the influence of Pecharunt, but hey, they were greedy and wanted Ogrepon's mask and its friend's mask from Kitakami. So frickin' Pecharunt goes out to adventure and it needed friends, so it got Okidoki. And then it friggin' got Monkey Dory, which, by the way, Monkey Dory and Pheasantipity go crazy in this. Well, Monkey Dory specifically. They explain that Monkey Dory has the power to see into the future, just like a bit, which is like some anime power-up kind of thing, you know? It's like how it has the Sharingan, bro. It's basically able to see, you know, when Naruto and Sasuke are fighting and Sasuke is able to see just a little bit into the future? Same thing, bro. It's able to see, this looks like the Sharingan. This flashback scene itself looks like the scenes from the Sharingan, when you see the opponent coming in and trying to attack you, kind of thing. All right, everyone that doesn't watch Naruto has already left this video. But anyways, they made Monkey Dory look so cool. Its foresight is incredible. That's all I gotta say about Monkey Dory. Then we got Pheasantipity. Pheasantipity is not the coolest, but it's still, they still made it look way cooler than it does in the games, with this like beautiful pink aura thing. Apparently, it can serenade any kind of Pokemon or person that comes near it. I don't know what Pokemon or person, I assume, but yeah, it can serenade anything, which is pretty dang cool. But Monkey Dory definitely looks the coolest between the three now. I don't know if it's my favorite, but they made up for the fact that Monkey Dory looks stupid. They made Monkey Dory pretty cool in this. And then you have friendship cutscenes, bro. They were going everywhere together. They were on Basket Legions and Lapras, and then they finally make it to Oni Mountain. But yeah, those friendship cutscenes were crazy, man. You look at them like, wow, they really had an adventure. Anyways, they make it to Kitakami, and they notice Ogrepon and its friend. And surprisingly, its friend is the one wearing the teal mask in this. This is the best, depiction of the friend that we ever get. This guy just looks like a regular person. Okay, maybe he looks a bit bigger. I don't know. I mean, he does look technically like 9 feet tall, because Ogrepon is supposed to be like 3'11", I think. This guy is like more than double its height, so 9 feet is pretty accurate, which is close to AZ. But the clothes he's wearing, you can't tell if it's AZ or not. You can't tell who this is at all, so no point in really thinking about it. But hey, then we move on to the climax of this story. Monkey Dory, Pheasantippi, and Okidoki go out to collect the masks for Pecharunt, while Ogrepon and its friend aren't there. They see the 4 masks, grab them, but the human friend returns, and this guy goes freaking ballistic, bro. I ain't ever see anyone throw hands with Pokemon, anyone rush a Pokemon like this guy in my life. Even when B went up against our Machamp, it wasn't like this. Bro, this guy went nuts. And then friggin' he lost, but it's okay. He saved the teal mask somehow. Okidoki and Pheasantippi return, and freaking Pecharunt is so happy. Pecharunt's like, oh wow, I'm so excited. My parents are gonna love me. And then comes an Ogrepon. Bro, this is some anime level power up rage kind of BS, bro. Ogrepon goes nuts. Now this animation, incredible, crazy. This is a whole story, bro. This was crazy. All right, Ogrepon comes in. Mind you, Ogrepon in the teal mask is a pure grass type Pokemon. It's going up against a poison ghost type, a poison psychic type, a poison fighting type, and a poison fairy type, right? Somehow, with Pheasantippi's serenading capabilities, Okidoki's brawling capabilities, and Monkey Dory's foresight, it's still somehow, one way or another, with its rage, managed to absolutely body the heck out of all 3 of those Pokemon. And then Pecharunt is there like, oh no. Bro, oh my god, this animation goes crazy. I don't know how many times I'm showing it over and over again, but it goes crazy. It was insane. But anyways, Pecharunt knew what's up, and you see Pecharunt and you actually feel bad for it, which is crazy. This backstory thingy actually made us feel for Pecharunt, but you at the same time do feel for Ogrepon and its friend, it's pretty cool. But Pecharunt, right before Ogrepon swings her friggin' hammer of malice, I don't know what it's called, the spike thingy, the cudgel, oh I'm so stupid, the cudgel. You see Pecharunt go back to its memories and think, man, I lost the masks, I lost my friends, I'm gonna lose my parents too, like what the heck, it lost everything. And then it just gets hit and just withdraws into its shell and just waits there until somebody returns for it. And that's where you come in with the mythical Pecha Berry, and you reawaken Pecharunt. And I guess, I don't know, I still don't understand the point of Mochi Mayhem. What was the point? It wasn't like Pecharunt was after the masks or anything again. The masks were gone, but everyone was going Mochi Mochi, baby. So like, what's up? What happened? What happened to if you eat the mochi, your greed comes out? Everyone was just going Mochi Mochi. So I have a take. I think maybe, possibly, with the mochis that Pecharunt has, it can either just give it to people and naturally their greed comes out, or it controls people through that, right? Because with the grandparents, they were greedy, but with Okidoki, Pheasantippi, and Monkey Dory, they weren't. They were actually loyal to Pecharunt. So I think Pecharunt is actually subjugated to its own parents and doesn't realize it. But because they're on the hierarchy, they're on the top of the spectrum for it, it doesn't control them. It doesn't control them, so their greed comes out. But with everybody else, it sees them as a means to you know, serve its own parents. So for everybody else, it subjugates them. It subjugates them, and then they just listen to Pecharunt's will. But that being said, it also doesn't make sense. Why did Pecharunt can't come back and just, it went Mochi Mochi? Was it looking for affection in a different way? Maybe it felt like its grandparents abandoned them, or its parents abandoned them, and, you know, now it's looking for affection in a different way where it's just controlling everybody. I don't know. That bit is not explained. And the other bit that's not explained is we still don't know how it came back to life or how the Loyal 3 came back to life. That is not explained at all. Though I'm pretty sure that right before this cutscene with the Loyal 3, Kieran was standing near Peachy's shop, so I feel like it has something to do with it. But we still don't get an answer to one of the biggest questions there. I will say that I do like the way I feel for both sides of the story. I like Pecharunt is cool, but like this pretty much says there's not a single bad Pokemon or character in this story. There's no villain Pokemon and character. I get it, Sadaturo, you know, all that's there, but technically they're not even villains. I don't know, there is not a single one, and there need not be one. You don't need to have one, but I feel like as an overarching story, there is still nothing in Scarlet and Violet, which I don't know if I should be expecting from Pecharunt. Even with the Kitakami Teal Mask story, there is technically no villain. If anything, the grandparents were the villain, but not really, because it's because they ate the mochi from Pecharunt that they became that way, but Pecharunt did it kind of like innocently, so who the heck knows how this is gonna go. It is what it is. Again, overall, I'm glad there's more love for a mythical Pokemon, but I wish this was in the main game and can't shrug that off, and I really want to know how the heck the Loyal Tree came back to life. If they do one more of these, then great. Maybe we'll see another part to this. Who knows? I don't know. Sorry if the video editing was a lot more, you know, worse or casual than how casual it already is than my previous videos are. I'm on a huge time crunch, and I probably just have footage of this thing playing over and over and over again. My bad, won't be like that next time. But hey, if you enjoyed, please hit that like or dislike button so I know. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos, and I'll catch you on the next one, alright? Take care of yourselves, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!